Hey guys! So we got Valentine's Day coming up next week and I thought it might be fun to do a Valentine's Day date inspired look for this video. So as you can see, I have my fancy Valentine sweater on with hearts. Got it from Walmart and I just love it. I love all things hearts. I love pink. Love Valentine's Day. I thought we would play around today, do a little Valentine's Day date look. Well, I would like to encourage you guys to shop your own stash of makeup. That's what I've done. I didn't go out and buy anything new for this video. But I know a lot of times we end up with like makeup palettes and stuff, or I do at least, that'll have like pinks and purples in them that I don't necessarily use on the daily. So I tried to just pull things that I thought would be perfect for Valentine's Day. So just look at what you already have, pull stuff that you might not normally wear and get it out and use Valentine's Day as your excuse to play around with your own makeup. I already have my skincare on, I already have my sunscreen on. So what I'm gonna do before I even go in with any primer or anything is I'm just gonna put a little lip balm on my lips. So that way they can be getting good and hydrated while I put my makeup on, because I always do my lipstick last, and for Valentine's Day we definitely want our lips to look good, girls. I'm just using this Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. That is, it is so good. So for this look I want it to be pretty glam, so I'm going to use a full coverage foundation. So because I'm more normal to dry skin type, I'm going to go in with my Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. This is from Believe Beauty from the Dollar General, and I really like it. It is very hydrating. So it's not necessarily gonna like do anything for your pores much, but it is definitely gonna give you an extra boost of hydration if that's what you need. And for me, when I wear a full coverage foundation, I definitely need a boost of hydration. Foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Light Airbrush Finish. And I know it says light, but to me this is a full coverage foundation. I have mine in the shade 810 Classic Ivory, and it's a pretty good match for me. So if you're similar to me, you'll probably like that shade. Just pump a little bit on the back of my hand. Y'all know how I do. Does anybody have any big plans for Valentine's Day? I asked my husband last night, I said, what are you gonna surprise me with for Valentine's Day? I asked him that jokingly because, like I said, we've been together for so long that we have 3 kids, we don't really celebrate too big, and he just kind of looked at me like a deer in headlights, like, uh-oh, Valentine's Day? Like he totally forgot. So, let me know in the comments, do you guys do anything extra special for Valentine's Day? We're both kind of the type that we don't love to go out when it's like super crowded, so we usually don't go out and eat or anything like right on Valentine's Day, just because we both try to avoid crowds. Cover's pretty good. I have a lot of redness in my cheeks and it covers it pretty well, so it's got a pretty finish to it too. It's not totally matte, but it's not really like dewy. It's kind of more of a natural skin finish. I'm gonna go in with just a lightweight concealer. This is a thicker foundation. I don't really want like a super thick concealer because I don't want to look cakey. So I'm just gonna add in a little where I want to kind of brighten up my face. Not do too much. It's got our base pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am dealing with some like breakouts around my chin. This foundation does do a pretty good job of covering that up. For brows, I'm going to use my Profusion Cosmetics Good Brow Day Ultra Fine Brow Pencil, and mine's in the shade Dark Brown. Love this thing. If you have not tried this, it's so good, and it's literally like $3 at Walmart. So that's my favorite thing about it, is that it's good quality for cheap. Note to self, do not wear a sweater to do a get ready with me video. I'm burning up. For eye primer today, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, but really any eye primer would work. This is just a primer that has a little bit of coverage so it doesn't have a whole lot, but it kind of just gives you a smooth base for your eyeshadow. When I was going through my makeup collection trying to figure out which eyeshadows to use for today's look, I ran across this e.l.f. bite-size palette in the shade Rose Water, and it's kind of more of a purpley pink, but I thought it would be perfect for a Valentine's Day look. And I use this a lot, but I really like this because this little palette, these are very cheap. I want to say like $3, but this little palette pretty much has all the colors you need for a full look. To start, I'm going to go into my crease with this color right here. Just use a fluffy crease brush. Kind of pop that into the crease. Then I'm going to take this rosy, kind of purpley shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the outer lid here. You could also use your finger for this. I actually think I'm going to use my finger. I feel like using your finger for these shimmery shades just works better. It just packs on more color. Look how pretty that is. Then for the inner lid, I'm going to go in with this lighter shimmer. It's kind of like a light pink shade. Oh, that's pretty. Right here in the inner corner. To smoke this look up a little bit, I'm going to go in with this deeper purple shade. Probably looks black on camera, but it is like a deep purple. I'm just gonna add that to my crease a little bit. I'm liking the way that's looking. I want to add an extra pop of like shimmer, so I'm going to use ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Poly. I love these little things. They have kind of like a creamy texture, but when you put them on, they kind of turn powdery. See how that kind of just adds some extra dimension? This one's kind of a pinky color, so that's pretty. If you have the Profusion Nude Bliss palette that I've used a lot, that one also has some really pretty shimmers that you could go in over top this look and just kind of glam it up a little bit more. I think this look calls for some winged liner. Y'all, I wear winged liner on the daily most of the time, so if you didn't want to do winged liner with this look, you definitely wouldn't have to, but I'm just going to go in with my Old Faithful Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner, and this is the waterproof one. This is the one that I have used for years and years and years, and it never fails me. So, not perfect, but I think it'll do. Now that I've got my eye look done, I'm gonna go back into my face and do some bronzer and blush. A lot of times I'll do this before I do my eyes, but since this foundation is more full coverage and I'm not planning on wearing a setting powder with this, I like to let my foundation sit a little bit so it can dry down before I go in with my bronzer. I just find it goes on a little bit smoother if you do it that way. But if you're gonna wear a setting powder, then you could go in right away. But I'm just using my NARS Laguna bronzer. I've used this product for years and years. It's one of my all-time favorites. It is a little bit more pricey, but you could just use any bronzer that you have for this, but this is a good one. Blush today, I'm going to use one of my all-time favorites. It's super cheap. It's another one of the e.l.f. bite-size palettes, but it's the blush palette, and this is in the shade Watermelon. I love this one because the blush in this one is beautiful. The highlight, it looks like it would be too pink, but once you blend it onto your skin, it is gorgeous. Now, my favorite part of this little palette is the highlighter. So, like I said, it looks like it would be way too like peachy, but watch this, guys. Do you all see that? It puts off the most beautiful highlight, and I think it would be perfect for Valentine's Day. It's just soft and shimmery without being glittery. Ooh, look how pretty it is. You see that? Take it down my nose a little bit. My Cupid's bow. I'm gonna go back in with a brow gel. This is just the Believe Beauty one, so that my brows will for sure stay in place. So I'm just gonna run that through my brows. Y'all, now I'm gonna go in with some mascara, and today I'm just using one of the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. These are at Ulta for like $5, and they're very good mascaras. So I'm gonna go in and do that real quick. Tip, when you mess up majorly like I just did and jab yourself in the eye with a mascara wand, just let it dry, finish doing your mascara, take a Q-tip, wet it on your tongue, and then it will come right off. Now for my favorite part of any look is the lipstick. So I'm gonna show you all a shade that I have loved for years. It's by MAC, and it's one of their Lustre lipsticks. If you have not tried MAC lipsticks, to me they are 100% worth the extra money. I've never found a lipstick that I have loved more just overall than MAC lipsticks in general. Particularly, I like the Lustres and the cream sheens, but they are so creamy. They are so just, they feel so comfortable on your lips. The Lustres and the cream sheens are not going to be as long wearing, but for me that's okay. I'm the type of person that I like to reapply lipstick throughout the day because I really like it to be juicy and moisturizing. So I have this one in the shade Sweetie, and you can see how much I love this lipstick. I have almost used an entire one, and I believe this is my second one, and very rarely do I finish a lipstick, so I love this one. It is the most, in my opinion, the most perfect pink without being too pink. Just slapped that on, and I left that lip balm on that I put on earlier because to me it just makes them extra juicy. I don't like to use a lip liner with it because I feel like this is one of those shades to me that as you rub it in and as it kind of gets almost like outside of your lips a little bit, it just makes your lips look bigger and a little bit poutier, and I don't know, I just really like that. But it's not too dark, so it's not going to look like you have lipstick all over your face when that does start to happen a little bit. So here's our final Valentine's Day date night look. What do you guys think? So last but not least, I just threw on a big chunky necklace. I don't know, I just feel like chunky necklaces look great with sweaters, and I don't know, I just really like the pearls. I feel like it looks really romantic. So let me know, guys, what's your plans for Valentine's Day? Maybe it'll give us some ideas for what to do this year. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what kind of look you plan on going for Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys next time.